The House on Willow Lane. In the quiet town of Ashwood, there was a house no one dared to enter. The neighbors whispered about it, children used it as the center of dares, and the older folks crossed the street rather than walk by it. It stood on the corner of Willow Lane, its windows boarded, its walls sagging with age, and its roof barely holding together. The weeds had grown tall around the yard, and the iron gate screeched whenever the wind pushed it. They called it the Hollow House. For decades, people said the same thing. Once you go inside, you don't come back the same. Some claimed it was cursed. Others said the spirit of a mother and her child were trapped inside. Nobody could prove anything, because nobody stayed long enough. Except Sarah. She was 17, curious and stubborn. The stories fascinated her. So one stormy evening, when the streets were empty and rain splashed against the pavement, she found herself standing in front of the Hollow House. That's when she saw it, the faint glow of a candle moving across one of the upstairs windows. At first she thought it was lightning, but no, it moved too slowly, flickering as if someone was walking with it. Her heart pounded. Common sense told her to go home, but curiosity tugged harder. She pushed open the iron gate, which shrieked into the night, and walked toward the door. The front door, swollen from years of rot, gave way with a groan. A damp smell filled her nose. Mildew, dust, and something faintly metallic, like rust or dried blood. She stepped inside. The floorboards complained under her feet. Her phone had no signal, of course. She clicked on her flashlight, but the beam felt weak against the heavy shadows. And then she heard it, the sound of soft humming, a lullaby. Her chest tightened. Someone was in the house. She followed the sound up the staircase, where the candlelight floated slowly ahead of her. Halfway up, she froze. The candle wasn't being held. It was floating. Sarah's throat went dry, but her legs kept moving as if pulled by something unseen. The candle drifted toward a door at the end of the hallway, stopping just outside. She reached for the doorknob, her hand trembling, and pushed it open. It was a nursery. Dust lay thick on the crib in the corner. A rocking chair sat by the window, gently moving though no one was in it. Old toys were scattered on the floor, their paint peeling. The candlelight hovered above the cradle. The wood creaked as it began rocking back and forth on its own. Then the sound came. A baby's cry, soft at first, then louder, echoing through the walls until it felt like dozens of infants wailing all around her. Sarah stumbled backward, clutching her ears. "Hello!" she shouted, desperate. The candle flickered out. The room plunged into darkness. And then, something cold gripped her wrist. A whisper slid into her ear, so close it made her hair stand on end. "Stay with us!" Sarah screamed and bolted toward the hallway, but the door slammed shut behind her. She pulled and clawed at the knob, but it wouldn't budge. The cries of the baby turned into laughter, high-pitched, mocking. And then she saw them. Dozens of small handprints appeared on the dusty walls around her, pressing out from the inside of the plaster as though children were trapped behind the walls. Their tiny fingers scratched and dragged, leaving long marks in the dust. The rocking chair tipped over. The crib slammed shut with a deafening bang. And in the middle of the room, a figure appeared. A woman, pale and thin, her hair hanging over her face, clutching something invisible in her arms. She looked up. Her eyes were hollow black pits, her mouth stretching unnaturally wide as she whispered again, "Stay with us." Sarah's scream was the last sound anyone in Ashwood ever heard from the Hollow House. The next morning, the gate stood open. The front door creaked slowly in the wind, and Sarah was never seen again. But sometimes on stormy nights, people walking down Willow Lane say they see her face at the upstairs window, pale, terrified, and mouthing the same words, "Stay with us."